Hi, I'm Lorraine. Welcome to District Yoga. For today's restorative practice, you're going to need a bolster and a blanket. If you do not have a bolster or a blanket at home, you can always substitute pillows or even large bath towels for anything that we're going to do today. If you need to pause, go ahead and grab those props. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get started. See if you can bring your blanket into a nice fold here. Nice long rectangle. It's really kind of a short on one edge and long on the other edge. And it's about, an inch to an inch and a half thick. We're going to bring that to the top of your mat. And you're going to bring the bolster to the bottom of your mat. So your legs are going to rest on that bolster. And then that blanket, our shoulders are just going to drape off of that blanket. So find your positioning of the legs first. And then once you're ready, start to lay back. And if you notice that it's up too far or down too low, make any adjustments. But what I want you to find here is I want you to find that the top of the shoulders are actually draping off so that the arms, there's a little space in between the arm and the blanket here as you allow the arms to open out to a T. And then that bolster is just supporting underneath the knees here. And we'll just start to tune in right away. Let the eyes draw down. As we just start to prepare and shift not only our minds, but our bodies and ultimately our nervous system away from maybe all the stresses of the day, or the week, or even the year. We just allow the breath to stay at its normal rhythm. No need to force or change anything there, but maybe just being aware. Noticing that in this shape, we are creating somewhat of a gentle stretch. And I mean gentle, it shouldn't be intense in any way, but a gentle stretch of that chest area, the clavicles. See if you can just feel the muscles, the bones, even the skin just start to soften. This practice is a wonderful addition to any of our, movement-based cycles or exercises. Where we can actually shift away from any idea of maybe even stretch or flexibility or strength. And into the idea of relaxation, of restoration, almost as if we were trying to hit a reset button on our bodies and our minds. See if you can really just feel this sense of ease. There's no need to be doing anything or thinking about our to-do lists. And giving yourself the permission to just be right here. Wherever you're practicing, there may be noises around. See if you can just even allow that to be part of the experience that you're having. Knowing that I don't have to change anything. Knowing that I can still be present. The world is still happening around me. Maybe for some of us, even finding a little sense of compassion for ourselves. Knowing that we are here in this experience, in this moment. And the world is happening around us. Again, I don't have to be anywhere but here. Allowing the tissues to just melt and be heavy. Take one more massive breath in. Allow that to draw out of the belly gently, not forced, not rushed. And when you're ready, start to place a bend in the knees, bringing the feet onto the bolster or pillow. Scoot the hips off to the right side and let the knees drop over towards the left, allowing that left arm to stay long out in that T, and bringing the right hand maybe to that inner left bicep, maybe right in front of the belly. And we transition into our next shape, a little side lying pose. If you like, for some additional support between the legs, you can sneak that bolster just gently in between the legs, allowing the head to melt onto the mat, or maybe even if you have any extra blankets, placing that under the head. If you want a little bit more for the right side body, maybe bringing that right hand to the right side, flipping the palm up towards the sky, and then once you're ready, if you want it, reach that top arm up and overhead, and then place a bend through the right elbow. Allow that arm to just rest on the head, allowing the hand to fall behind the head and neck. If that feels like too much, feel free to go ahead and change the arm position of that right arm. And then again, just allow your body to settle in. Giving yourself the space to surrender. And maybe even giving yourself the permission to be heavy, to be present still. But maybe at times finding even some slight sense of drifting. Not that we drift away completely from the practice, but one where our body can start to just feel light, feel supported by these props. Knowing that we're never trying to achieve any sense of stretch in our restorative practice, but really just a sense of ease, a sense of relaxation. Maybe noticing the shift even here on this second shift. Taking one more deep inhale on this side. Staying there as you release. We're going to go ahead and gently roll that right arm back open to a T shape. Go ahead and scoot onto the back, allowing that bolster just be out of the way. Feet plant onto the mat, knees bent. Maybe letting the knees knock in towards each other as you just take a little time to notice, to check in. Maybe noticing any similarities or differences from one side to another. And if you're with me, as you're ready, just start to scoot the hips off to the left. Rolling onto that left side this time. If you need to make any adjustments to the props, find them. Maybe bringing that bolster again underneath or in between those legs. The left hand, again, your decision can be on that right inner arm or bicep. It can be right in front of the belly. If you want a little side body again, bring the left hand to the side, palm faces up, and then go ahead and reach that top arm up and overhead as you bend through the left elbow, creating a little crease through the arm and allowing that elbow to rest on the head as the hand just falls behind the head and neck. Again, if that's not for you, find a position that feels best for that left hand. And then just make your way to settle on this opposite side. Indulging, resting, switching gears. Be noticing the shift. Maybe allowing any some sort of tension that might still be with you to just completely melt away. That might be with the jaw, or the eyes, the eyelids. See if you can just get soft. See if you can just completely feel that sense of ease wash over your body. Finding the support you need within these props, the bolster, the blanket. And just stay in that experience. Being, lingering in it. You might notice the body feeling almost as if this cool breeze has overcome or swept over you. That's just the natural temperature regulation of the body as we switch from our sympathetic nervous system into our parasympathetic nervous system as we prepare for rest. Take one more deep inhale here. Exhale, release. To close this class, gently make your way back onto your back. Moving that bolster off to the side. Maybe even removing that blanket. Just coming into a constructive rest where we bend our knees, let our feet open wide, and let our knees drop in. Maybe bringing one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. And then just noticing as we close out this practice, any shifts. And if you're with me, just roll off to one side gently, leisurely, without rush. Maybe making your way up to a comfortable seat. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you leave feeling a little more light and free. Namaste.